The New York Islanders defeat the Ottawa Senators 4-2 on the road tonight in Ottawa, bringing up their record back to 500 and a huge victory tonight for the Isles. Big, big win, and they really stepped up to the plate on this one. It's good to be back to 500. We entered this game in 12th place in the Metro, which was actually one step up from how we entered into our last game. Last game we were in 13th. Uh, but we could only get ourselves up to 11th with a win in our last game. But if you put two games together and win back to back, it'll get you all the way up into ninth place all by yourself. So, huge, huge win for the Islanders tonight. And you have to remember that everybody, it seems like it's not just us, but everybody's playing mediocre. Everybody's pretty much got all the same records down in that group. So it's good to definitely get that one and hover back around 500 where I've been harping the whole time is where we need to be, especially during these injuries, so that we can stick around. Getting back to 500 tonight was huge, huge. So anyway, let's talk about the game a little bit. Well, another typical Islanders 0-0 opening period, but uh don't be don't think it was just a nothing nothing period. It was nothing nothing because of Varley. He was outstanding in the first period for us, and Varley is going to get my first star of the game. I don't care if he gave up two goals or not, but he absolutely 100% held us in this game until the Islanders started scoring. And then once we did score and they started coming back, he still held us in the game. So number one star for me is going to Varley. But the resurgent Anders Lee is just looking absolutely fantastic this year. Scores his fourth goal of the year from Horvat and Pollock. So that opens the scoring, and that's a pretty good feeling because we've kind of actually been getting outplayed. In the second period, we were good, but if you took the game overall, we were actually kind of getting outplayed. And it was late into the second period. It was starting to look like it was going to be another 1-0 loss in a shootout or something along those lines. So uh it was nice to see us score a goal and get up one. And then even though it was late in the second period, but then even later is Pager coming through with his fourth goal of the year from Horvat and Lee. And all of a sudden, Bo's got himself a 2-point night. That line is looking fantastic, as they were our best line tonight, no doubt about it. So Pager really stepping up to the plate, really showing some wheels. I gotta say, there was a couple of there. The fans tried to call a couple of penalties before that, and man, the rest really had their. I will say this because I do come down on the rest at times, but they pretty much had their whistles in their pockets when it came to the Islanders tonight. I thought we got away with a lot tonight. So I think if I was an Ottawa fan, I might be a little ticked about the refereeing tonight. So I'll just put it that way. But anyway, huge 2-0 lead after two periods and what was looking like a very mediocre game for us. And it still kind of was a mediocre game for us. I'm not really sure we deserved to be up 2-0. If it wasn't for Varley, we wouldn't have been. But that's the beauty of hockey, and that's the beauty of having a fantastic backup goaltender. And 2-0 going in the third, can we hold on to the lead? And it's important to see if we can do that. And time starts ticking off the clock, and things are looking pretty good. And then out of the blue, Wally with a backhander for his first of the year. Congrats, Wally. Well done from Matt Martin and Kyle McLean. Matt Martin somehow gets the primary assist on missing a wide open net. So, but anyway, way to go, Wally, and in coming in and cashing that one in. You can see he was really happy, and you had to feel like we really had the game in control, which we kind of did. But then Ottawa started to get a little bit of their legs going, and there was a bit of a push, and then one went in, and I wasn't really too worried. Sure, there was still 12 minutes left in the game. Nick Jensen scoring. Uh, oh, I wasn't really too worried at that point, but then we take a penalty, and that's always bad news. And oh my God, did Ottawa make that power play goal look so easy, so easy. That sad state of affairs for our penalty kill when it's that easy to score a power play goal against us. So in typical fashion, now that Batherson has scored, it's 3-2, and the Islanders gonna have to hang on for life, and probably no best case scenario is we're heading at a 6-on-5 scenario with a one goal lead in the game, and then just hope you get a point or whatever. But lo and behold, for one of the very rare times in recent Islander history, the Islanders come up with an empty net goal. Bo Horvat, after Scott Mayfield being the warrior that he is, that was a hurting assist that he took. A great block shot by Scott on that one. Give the Islanders 4-2 lead, and that's where we would finish the game. And there we are. We're in ninth place now, all by ourselves. So it was big, because teams like Buffalo won tonight against the Rangers, and anytime teams that we're fighting against, like Buffalo's and Ottawa's and Detroit's and that, anytime they pick up points against a really good team, that's not a good thing for us. But doesn't really matter as long as you take care of your own business, and that's what the Islanders did tonight for a nice 4-2 road victory, which is you will take any time. I'm not sure we were the better team tonight. We may have gotten away with one. At least that's the way I see it. I kind of think Varley stole us one tonight, and I hate to say that because we were up 3-0, but even when we were up 3-0, I knew we didn't deserve to be up 3-0 at that time. So, uh, but that's hockey, right? So you take that when you can, and you're on the road. So don't get me wrong. I'm not slagging the Islanders at all for this game. I'm just saying I thought Ottawa was the better team. They outshot us 30-25. I mean, it's not like they dominated us in this game. I just thought they were the better team by a small margin. I didn't think either team was really that great, but yeah, that's just kind of the way I saw it. So let's talk about the players tonight. Max Sipelkoff, just it's just the same thing over and over. I just keep saying about him, and if I hear people start to get on him about the amount of penalties he's taken, I'm going to be pretty upset because Max Sipelkoff is playing like power forward, and power forwards get penalties, and that's just the way it is. They can be dumb penalties, they can be good penalties, but power forwards take penalties, and right now Max Sipelkoff is leading the Islanders going into this game. He had 41 hits, was the most hits on the team. You don't do anything to change Max's Max's ways, and I just thought he had just another stellar game. Like I seriously, I challenge you people just to focus in on one thing and then watch the rest of the game as it goes. But when it's in our own end, focus on Siplikov. Watch how he gets the puck out every single time, and it's usually a different way. It's always usually a different way, and that's how he does it. He'll do it with his body. He'll do it with his great passing. He'll do it with his puck handling ability, and it's just an amazing thing to watch. And 16 minutes ice time tonight for him. So uh zeros across the board other than the 2-minute penalty, but the first line was not good tonight. The whole first line was not good tonight. There's no doubt that Horvat, Pajot, and Lee was our best line by a mile, and maybe our only really good line of the night. And they showed it on the score sheet as well as throughout the game. Their shifts were good. Their shifts were in the other team zone. So I thought another good game for Simon Holmstrom. Couldn't be happier with his play in the last 3, 4 games. It's not like Simon did anything big out there tonight, but he got 3 shots on net and that. And he's making things happen. He's handling the puck well. I think he actually does a really excellent job in the bumper spot on the second power play, which I never thought I would ever say, but. Sometimes the reason the bumper spot's not 100% made for Holmstrom is because he uses his reach to his advantage. And when you're in the bumper, you kind of got to be able to work in tight. And that's how you score a lot of goals in the bumper position. But he's good. He's deceptive with that long reach and that. But once they surround him, they'll get that puck off him because he's playing at such a far away from the puck. So but other than that, I thought he had a really good game. It was really super nice to see Bo show up tonight. Really nice game by Horvat, 3-point night plus two, 19 minutes of ice time, three shots on net. So Bo was kind of flying tonight, but I kind of thought it was the whole line. I really thought they gelled well together. So, you talk about uh, Horvat, Barzell, and Holmstrom, and all I'm harping is they don't have chemistry. They don't have chemistry. You could just see tonight that those three guys together, the way they were playing tonight, have chemistry. It just showed they were our best line by a mile, and that for me is a nice comeback game for Horvat. And it's really weird that I'm saying a comeback game, but like I said, good players will get points when they're playing bad. But Bo was riding a four game point streak, and I'm saying he wasn't playing well, but tonight he played very well. So nice comeback, Bo. Really, really a super game. Matt Martin, wow. Yeah. Okay, 5.5 minutes of ice time, but you know what? That was 5 minutes of time we were hemmed in our end. It's just it's ridiculous. Even the sparing of 5 minutes to give somebody a rest on the bench is just not worth it for this guy to be on the ice. He dragged Wallstrom and McLean down so bad tonight. I'm absolutely 100% amazed that we got our first fourth line goal of the year with Wally putting a beautiful backhand over. And the only reason we got it, or the only reason Wally scored it, is because Martin is just too inept enough to score into an empty net and somehow gets an assist out of it. He was absolutely horrible. Uh yeah. I mean, yeah. There's bring Foodie up. Like at least he skates. Like let's go in that direction. Let's forget the identity line. Those days are over. Those days are gone. Work then. It's not the formula of today. Speed. Need for speed is the formula of today. Like now let's get serious. Okay, Pierre Engvall. Uh, Another solid game by him tonight. He forced the defense on the other team to make a lot of stupid plays just with his speed and that. And he was flying. He was engaged, and I'm happy with him. But good Lord, I have talked about this before, and I don't know what it is with Engvall. Is it possible he doesn't know he does this? But he lost the breakaway tonight because of the way he plays a puck. Now, I'm gonna need a little couple things maybe here to demonstrate. So, Pierre Engvall, if this is a hockey stick, this is the blade, and this is the shaft. Okay, that's the way a stick looks. Well, that blade, when you're handling the puck, has to be flat on the ice as you stick handle around it over and everything. Pierre Engvall plays the puck on the heel of the stick, which is not really where you play the puck. You play mostly in the middle, sometimes slide it to the toe to make a move and that, but the majority of the time you're carrying it in the middle. Engvall does this, and he plays the puck with the heel of his stick. Always. He stick handles like that, he picks up passes like that, and he shoots like that. And that breakaway pass tonight that would have sent him away just went straight under his stick. Didn't even see it. Now, I don't know if it's he's not playing with the right lie on his stick or if he does this on purpose. But from what my eyes are seeing, he actually does this on purpose. And for those people who don't know what the lie on a stick is, so if you have a stick where you normally handle the puck, where you stick handle and where you shoot a puck from, that blade should be flat on the ice. So if your hands feel comfortable at this position, some people feel it better like that. And that's the lie. But the important thing is to keep the blade of the stick on the ice. So many different hockey players have different lies on their stick on how they carry them. And the reason the lie was invented was so that you don't do that, Pierre. So, like, if you're doing it on purpose, don't. It is wow. It's hockey 101. And I can't believe that I'm the only person who sees this. Like, I've never heard any commentator, and obviously no coach has ever told him and taken him aside and said, dude, you need the blade of your stick on the ice. But I hate to harp about that because that's four good games in a row by Engvall. But you missed a breakaway tonight, Pierre, by the way you handle a puck or your terrible lie on your stick. Just throwing that out there. Hope you're watching this podcast and hear that and go, oh wow, is that why it's happening to me all the time? Yeah. Okay, Palms. Like I said, the whole second line really wasn't very good tonight. I They weren't bad. They weren't good. They weren't good. They weren't bad. They didn't hurt us. They weren't good. They weren't like their normal self. I thought Siplikov was the best on the team and or on that line. And then I'd probably put Palms as the second best on that line tonight. And once again, I'm gonna go with Brock way down at the bottom. I just don't know what's up with Brock right now. It's got me shaking my head. I can't figure it. There's something not right with Brock. He's just not playing like he normally does. Now I know Brock can be really streaky, but yeah, something just doesn't seem right. So anyway, for me it was a kind of a below average game for Palms tonight, but didn't have a bad game. I'll put it that way. Wallstrom, Wally, congrats on your goal. Thankfully, you somehow got 9 minutes of ice time, but five and a half of it was with Martin anchoring you down. So that's not good. So, but this is exactly what you had to do, Wally. You had to play with crap fourth liners, and I'm not calling McLean a crap fourth liner, but you know what I mean. You have to be able to play with the crap four liners, and if you are a goal scorer, you will still score, and you did tonight. So congrats. And it was only on 9 minutes of ice time, and 5.5 minutes of it was with a huge anchor around your neck. So good game, Wally. Anders Lee, just another bang up game. What a season. What a season Anders having. And finally, Butch, he finally mentioned kind of what I've been saying the whole time along, but Butch put it in a different way. He just said that Anders is in better shape. I absolutely concur with that comment, but I still say he's playing at a lighter playing weight this year, and he is really having a whale of a season. Anders looking really good, so keep up the good work. Anders +2 tonight with a goal and assists, 2 points, 17 minutes of ice time, 3 shots on net. Good game, Anders. Captain's looking good in year 6 of a 7-year contract. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier, and I couldn't be happier to be more wrong than I what I thought you were going to be like in year 6 of this contract. So, great job, Anders. Keep it going. Brock, I already kind of talked a little bit about him. He's just I'll just say the same old things I've been saying. Just doesn't seem as engaged. He keeps still shooting into pads. He had a glorious scoring opportunity tonight, and he basically just put the puck into the breadbasket. So, uh, hopefully he pops out of it soon because we need that line popping. Like if all three of those guys are popping, that 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 line can compete with some first lines around the NHL. They can. And yeah, so we need Brock popping again. He's just not popping right now. Kyle McLean got almost 10 minutes of ice time, which is a minute more than Wally and 5 more than Martin, but that would be because of the penalty kill. Uh Kyle's doing what he's got to do. It's kind of nice with Wally scoring tonight to give him a +1. I'm sure he's still in a negative for the season, but I'm sure that's a good feeling for Kyle tonight. And Pager, I'll tell you, man, when I called you out like 4 games ago, like I know you don't listen to this podcast and that, but ever since I called you out about being that top guy in the next committee, you have just answered the bell. Answered the bell. You've been huge, Pager. You've been huge. Nice to get a goal from the guy from the so-called other committee and get one from Anders in the 30 goal committee, and then Wally scoring from the other committee. And that's how we'll win as a hockey team. And Pager has stepped up big time. He just a bundle of energy tonight on that line. It was great. You know, he's in his hometown on that. It was just fantastic game for him. But I'm not saying he played great because he was in his hometown. He probably did, but he's been looking good before this. So yeah, what is that? Four goals in 5 games or 3 goals in 4 games? Either way, it's impressive, Pager, and well done. Way to step up. Great job. Zeker, once again, I'm not seeing a whole lot out of Zeker this year. He just looks like kind of a lost puppy looking for a home, and I just don't see him on whatever line he's playing with being a big part of the contribution to the line. I just don't. Um I'll have to keep an eye on Casey a little more and just see exactly what's going on. But like I said, he's just been so bad and unnoticeable that it's really even hard to focus in on him. But I'm certainly not impressed with what Casey's been doing for us this year. So uh, hopefully things get better. Ryan Pollock, what a beast. What a beast the guy is for us tonight. Gets an assist and +2 for the night, 25 minutes of ice time, 4 block shots. He's just picked up the defense on his back and he's absolutely carrying it. Dobson uh, may get more ice time than him, but nobody's leading the defense more than Ryan Pollock right now. He's just playing outstanding. And speaking of Dobson, who had 28 minutes of ice time, which is 3 more than Ryan, but he earned it. He earned it. He played well. He looked a little more physical than normal. And if that's the case, that'll be 2 games in a row. I mean, it wasn't like Sipikov angry on the boards kind of deal thing, but he looked like he was using a little bit of man strength out there. So it was really nice to see. So good job by Noah tonight. That's not a lot of ice time to log, a lot of ice time tonight to log. Scott Mayfield, 22 and a half minutes of ice time tonight. He, believe this or not, was a +4. What a warrior. What a warrior. Gets an assist. How do you get the assist? By letting a puck 100 miles an hour bang off his body. Warrior. Absolute warrior. Warrior, Scott. Congratulations on your +4, man. That is absolutely awesome. In a 4-2 game to be +4, that's impressive. And that's when at times it doesn't kind of become fluke and it's kind of the plus minus is telling you a bit of a story there. So uh yeah, really super impressed. The one thing I did notice with Scott, and I will say this, especially at the end of his shifts, it does look like the extra ice time that he's been getting is starting to take a little bit of a toll on him. He's slowing down quicker into his shifts, and that would be a result of just not enough recovery time that he's more normally used to. So you might want to keep an eye on that. But like, how can you be mad at a game with +4 and an assist on the empty netter, 22 and a half minutes of ice time? Great job. So Chalosky, 8 minutes of ice time +1. Take that every single day. Take that every single day. Oh, I better make sure that's a plus. I better make sure that's a plus. Yeah, it's a plus. So yes, I will take that every day out of Chalosky. I noticed him make a couple of good plays out there tonight, but I'm more than fine with Patrick just keeping him down to 8 minutes of ice time. It's fine. I don't know how much longer we can do this, how much longer we can ride these guys, but of course, the big difference is going to be the guy we talked about last. But another kudos going out to Grant Hutton. Man, he made one beautiful defensive back check tonight to break up a play that was just absolutely well, play a breakaway. He great job by Hutton on that one. He's been absolutely solid for us. He took a penalties tonight, but that's okay. He got a couple block shots in. Overall, defensively, he was absolutely solid, and he got himself. What did he get? Is that a 10? I think it's only a 10. Yeah, he got 10 minutes of ice time, but what he did with that 10 minutes of ice time was impressive. But what's really impressive is Isaiah George pulling in 24 minutes of ice time tonight. Outstanding. Outstanding. He was a -1, yes, 4 block shots, but the confidence level in him, the puck ability, puck carrying ability, the pass out of the zone is top notch. Top notch. How can you not be happy with him? I thought he looked way more like a rookie tonight. I saw him make some mistakes, but that's okay. And it's amazing what happens, Patrick, when you keep putting a rookie out there who makes a couple of mistakes, and that all of a sudden their confidence grows. And let's do it. Let the kid run. Let him run. Let him run. Why not? Why, what have we got to lose? Let Isaiah George run. That's what I say. Very impressed with his first 2 games as a New York Islander. I think we got a good one there. Semyon Varlamov, you know what? I was thinking about it tonight, and I thought, well, he was obviously the first star of the game. I guess I should say that. First star of the game. He's the reason we won this game. And he was just fantastic. But I was thinking, all the other leagues have something for a guy like Varley. Like the NBA has the six-man award. Uh, Baseball has something for the utility guy. Why isn't there some sort of recognition for best backup? I mean, they're crucial. They can make or break teams. You get a goaltender playing 25 games a year, that's 50 points in his hands. You get him playing 30 games, he's got 60 points in his hands. So why not give an award to the best backup? And hands down, Varley is going to be a 2, 3 time winner at this award. Like, we are just so lucky to have Varley as a backup, because I'm telling you, he kept us in this game tonight. He got us to 3-0. Not the 3 goals didn't get us to 3-0. Varley got us there. He held us in long enough until those pucks started going in for us. So it's just a fantastic game from Varley. Super happy for him. So everybody knows I'm a big Varley fan. So anyway, I'm babbling. I can tell I'm babbling here. Last video went a little too long than I wanted, and I'm trying to shorten them down. I'm afraid I might be longer than a half hour right now. So anyway, I'm gonna bail out here, but just let everybody know how super excited I am that the Islanders won a game. I'm not sure they really should have won tonight, but it was an important game. It was big for us. Got us back into 9th place in the standings, and we're in the muck so bad. By the time we play our next game, we could back down around 14th. So that's how big this win was to keep up there from getting really pushed down. So great job by the Islanders. I hope all you guys and girls out there are excited about it. You guys all take care and peace out. Watch.